You're leaving in 13 hours.
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take. Tell the folks where you're going.
I'm going back to Hawaii.
Going back to Hawaii, your natural, native, colonized land.
No, I love Hawaii. Wife and I usually go once a year, but 2 years ago we didn't go because we were buying this house. And then last year we didn't go because she was pregnant. So we're finally able to go. Thank God.
You know, it's crazy to think if she went swimming while pregnant, she's technically a human submarine.
Yes. But pregnant women should not swim in the ocean because dolphins will take them out into the open ocean and think they're protecting them. And then they drown.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Damn. You suck, dolphins. Any dolphins listening to this podcast, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Sorry,
People.
what I meant was... I think they understood my message.
Maybe.
Oh
man, I wish I spoke whale.
So we've done a couple getting to know each other questions. Actually, before we run into that, ladies and gentlemen, hola, buenas tardes, representative of Latinos Against Spooky Shit. My name is Jonathan, here with co-host.
Hello, Kellen with Crackers Against Spooky Things.
Cast, if you will. Together we are the Spooky Guys. And we're going to be talking about the Mothman. We're going to be continuing the episode from last week.
Yeah, last week.
I had to think about it for a second. I forgot that when we did these.
Yeah, it threw me off because we released Bullshit 101.
Bullshit 101
on
threw me
Sunday.
off for a second there.
There are a lot of people like that episode.
Bullshit 101
I think
was
we can keep those ones going.
I would love to. And again, Bullshit episodes will be available to our members going forward. So
yeah, we just gotta get that membership stuff set up.
We're gonna have all sorts of fun stuff for you folks out there who want that extra content. We've got a lot of things planned, spooky movie reviews and all that fun jazz. So a lot of fun stuff coming. But yeah, we're the Spooky Guys. Thanks for joining us as we take another dive into the rest of the Mothman legend. Mothman, what a fucking weird creature. That was weird. That was my glass.
Oh. My phone lit up at the same time. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, maybe it vibrated and shook my glass then.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay. Don't like that at all. Spooky things are happening here in the studio. The studio being a closet space that we have in the basement. But hey, you know what? It works. It's home.
It's like a Harry Potter room, honestly. It's right under the stairs.
Harry Potter had more room.
No.
Yeah.
No. I've seen the movie.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I love those books. Fun fact.
You have them all? I think you're missing one.
No.
Or do you have them all?
I have them all, but I have 2 copies of The Order of the Phoenix.
That's what it is. Okay. Why do you have 2 copies?
I don't know. Well, it's because I had The Order of the Phoenix book. Mm-hmm. I had lost all my other ones.
Sure.
Somehow. My ex probably ended up with them or something. But
give them back.
She, anyway. But my mom bought me the Lord of the Rings trilogy books, and then the next Christmas she bought me all the Harry Potters again.
Oh, that's sweet of her.
Yeah.
Okay. Which brings me to my question for us to kick things off here.
Yes, my mom is white. Just kidding.
I would have never known with a name like Eileen, but
hey, Mom, what do you call a one-legged vampire? Eileen.
Please don't take it out on me, Eileen. I didn't do anything.
Well, I'll see her tonight.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
She's bringing crab and stuff because she's going to Hawaii too.
Oh, you guys are having crab tonight?
Yeah, she's bringing a bunch of crab.
Dope.
So if you want to stick around for crab, you can.
I had a friend who once brought in a bunch of crabs, but very different context.
Oh, I've never had crabs. I got chlamydia once.
Really?
Yeah.
The clap.
Yeah. Well, funny thing, I had it. I didn't know I had it, and then I got to basic training, and my pepe started oozing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I went and got checked out at the
clinic
medical facility there, and they're like, yeah, you have gonorrhea. Or not gonorrhea, you have chlamydia. And then they didn't do anything about it.
They're just like, congrats, go back out there.
Yeah, basically they just told me to get fucked. And then
no, that's how I got it in the first place.
Yeah, I had to deal with it for the next 3 months.
Jesus.
because they wouldn't take care
Is
of
that
it.
curable?
Yeah, it's just
okay.
antibiotics, but they refused to do it because it was like they wanted to punish me, in quotes.
Yeah, that's what you get for fucking.
Yeah.
That's what you get for trying to procreate.
I was just having fun, man.
Did you get it from somebody in?
No, not in the
okay,
Army.
okay. So you got it beforehand.
No. If rule of thumb, you don't date barracks bunnies. Don't sleep with them. God damn you fucking people.
But the reverse is true. Also, don't be a fucking Jody.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be a Jody.
Yeah.
I got Jodied.
Technically also got Jodied, but, you know.
You have to be in the service for that, though.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was in the service. I was in the food service industry. I served 20 years in the food service. All right?
I did 20 years on the line.
Like, oh, man, what line?
The cook line.
You see these scars? Yeah, that's from burning myself on the oven. Oh, man. Boy. So anyways.
I'm over here with like a crooked fucking bass note right here.
Yeah, you got a fucked up septum and shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, I'll be honest. Some of those injuries, though, on cooking can be pretty rough. Not as bad as, like, the Army, obviously, but, like, you know, we have our own.
All right, what's your question?
Don't look at me like
I'm
that.
just going to ignore the fact that you said that.
Eh.
You're comparing military.
No. I didn't say that. I said Army's worse, military's worse, but we do also get hurt, just in different ways.
Okay.
Have you... Anybody that's listening, thank you for your service. That's for my food industry workers.
Any moms out there, thank me for my service.
I'm not going to thank you for shit. I didn't tell you to sign up. The fuck?
All right, what's up? What's your question?
3 favorite book series, any order. If you want to do 3, 2, 1.
My 3 favorite book series?
Yeah.
Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
3, 2, 1. Lord of the Rings being my favorite.
Okay.
Yep. It's Old English. Lord of the Rings is Old English.
Sure.
So it's a little different to read.
Yeah.
Because the way they describe things.
Do you prefer Lord of the Rings because Tolkien was racist?
Was he? No, I've always enjoyed the lore of it.
The Lord
I've always been more of a
Rings?
fantasy guy.
Okay.
Comparatively, sci-fi. I love Star Wars. I love like Halo and all that kind of jazz.
Are you a Star Trek fan at all?
But
okay, so you're fake sci-fi fan.
When it comes down to it, I would rather play or watch a fantasy game or movie than a sci-fi game or movie.
Okay, for sure. Oh,
It's just
which
preference.
explains why you would be more keen on playing D&D than anything. Okay.
Yeah, I like D&D. It's fun.
You've only played a handful of times, right?
I used to play all the time back when I delivered pizzas.
That sounds about right, actually.
We'd stay after hours and we'd just crack open some beer and play D&D when the store was closed. And we closed at like 3 a.m.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so we'd play music over the stereo and just
when I had the family restaurant, we used to do the same thing because that was the only space that we had available to us where we could all hang out. So we'd close at like 10. Everybody would meet up at 11. We'd play for like an hour and a half. And then I'm just raiding my own fridge, making dinner for everybody at 1 a.m. It was so fucking fun.
Right before we like cleaned up and closed, we'd make a bunch of wings. We'd make some pizza. We'd bring the beer in from whoever's trunk it was in. And
fuck yeah, dude.
My boss would even show up and hang out with us.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, the owner. Yeah, she was super cool.
All right, roll initiative to see who's opening in the morning.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck.
There were some days I would close and then I'd have to be there at like 8, 9 a.m. for dough.
Just a couple hours later.
For dough, yeah.
But
there's a couch in the office. I'd sometimes I'd just crash on the couch and April would wake me up and then we'd make dough and then I'd go home.
Well, we might as well. Yeah. No, I miss it. I would love to get a home game together once a week for us to play. Still working on that, but my top 3 favorite book series are I do love Lord of the Rings, but I got into it very late, and because of that, it doesn't make it would make my top 5.
Oh, okay.
But it's not in my top 3.
I read The Hobbit. I was like 9 or 10 when I read The Hobbit. And
okay.
Then I read The Lord of the Rings.
I don't appreciate
like
how they're
17.
milking The Hobbit into.
I didn't like the 3 movie thing.
Yeah,
the
there's
book's
no
not
reason.
long.
No, it's not.
So.
But how else are you going to get money from the fans?
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, 3, 2, 1, Hunger Games, because I just love
the Hunger Games.
dystopian future bullshit. I do love that the Divergent series ruined dystopian future.
Divergent was so bad.
Divergent played into all the tropes, which is why you don't see dystopian future young adult books anymore, because Divergent series literally took all the core elements. We're like, fuck it, we're just gonna throw them in there.
Didn't they? They made like 2 or 3 movies.
They made, I think
two, and then the third was canceled because it was so bad.
Because it was shit.
Yeah, the movies.
But I heard the Maze Runner was good. I never saw those.
I love Maze Runner.
Right? Okay.
If it was 4, Maze Runner would be my 4th. But
Okay.
the movies were very good.
I've seen bits and pieces. It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, that third one, the third movie, the Maze Runner movie, it got pushed back a year because the main actor in the Maze Runner broke his back during a stunt, almost died.
Wasn't it like a car stunt jumping from one to the other?
From one to the other, and he got ran over.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, that's kind of like the stunt double in Harry Potter.
That got paralyzed.
Yeah, taking that stunt for Harry
during Deathly Hallows.
Fuck.
Yeah, that sucks.
Man,
I was at that midnight release.
Were you?
It was so packed in Polson, where I grew up.
Yeah.
The theater only had like 2 rooms to watch.
Oh, really?
Both were showing, and there were so many tickets sold. People brought lawn chairs and were in the middle aisle
Just
and
waiting.
the front, everything.
All 50 people from town showed up for that. That's crazy. That's wild.
All 50 people.
That's insane. Yeah, no, they haven't seen that many people since, the government came in and turned it into a reservation.
My graduating class was like 70 or 80 people. I can't remember. It was small. It was pretty small.
That's
graduating
weird.
Class.
That's crazy to me.
Dude, I saw a huge. I was getting my hair cut the other day. This dude was bragging about how large his arms were. He's like, yeah, my arms were like 22 centimeters around.
I got 32-inch pythons here,
Fucking
brother.
huge, like the size of my thighs. And I was like getting my hair cut, and I started laughing. And the guy cutting my hair is like, what? And I just pointed. And the dude was like trying to itch his back. And he's like, and he like throws himself into the wall. And he's like going like that. I'm like, dude. Holy
Me no scratch back.
yeah, fucking
Me need help.
meathead, man.
That's funny.
Anyway, 2.
2, this is a lesser known book series. It's the Circle Trilogy by Ted Decker. And I discovered it by just complete accident. And it's a story of this guy who, when he goes to sleep, he wakes up in a different version of him wakes up in an alternate world that's like post-apocalyptic in the future of his world. So he wakes up in the future, and he can take knowledge from himself, current day New York, into the future while figuring out in the future what happened to get there. So he's trying to work in these 2 timelines, trying to stop the future from happening. Because he's like, oh, the world's fucked, but I'm in the same world, but this is just the future. I need to know what happened now to stop it from happening then, but I need to know what happened then to stop it from now. It's weird, but it's so good.
That is cool.
It's a very good premise. That's number 2. And then number 1 for me, again, I got into like reading books really late, but if I had to choose a book series,
Shame.
it's
Hatchet.
yeah, right.
My side of the mountain.
I loved the Magic Tree House series.
That's your number 1?
I think that's my number 1, just because of the range of books that it has.
I have like all of those.
I know you do, which I'm very stoked on. But
You've seen all the bookshelves in this house. There's so
you guys
many
have so
books.
many fucking bookshelves. I think it's good. Again, because as a young kid getting into reading, there's just so much to work with, and it's like, oh, it's got a little bit of everything for everybody. A little bit of action, a little bit of drama, a little bit of wholesome moments. Like, it was just a good gateway into reading.
Have you read the book Cryptid Hunters?
No.
Great book. It's about
Cryptid Hunters.
these kids. They're like uncle or something. They were living. Their parents died, and they went to live with their uncle.
You mean the series of unfortunate events?
No,
Oh.
they went to live with their uncle.
That's also another
and
great series.
He was in Africa looking for a cryptid. It was a dinosaur.
Okay.
So then they ended up stowing away to go out there, and they end up finding it and their uncle, but he was like captured. It's a good book. I haven't read it in a long time, but it's pretty good.
Leaving a pause for a second. If you're going to lean forward, tilt the mic over and down because you're speaking past it. There you go. Thanks.
And now I can't see you.
Well, that's what I said. Just if you turn it and then aim it down.
I'm just playing.
But I want to look at you. I miss you. I'm going to miss you so much when you're gone for Hawaii. It's going to suck.
Yeah, I'm gone for like 10 days.
I know. Ooh, I'm going to go bang my wife on the beach. Fucking piece of shit. So, you can bang me on the beach. So, that's my top 3. Top 5 would be, just because I just started reading it, Akatar, A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Avatar.
Just kidding. Sorry. English is not my first language, senor. And a series of unfortunate events. Those would be my top 5. But all that to say, let's touch base on what we know and what we learned last time with this Mothman creature. First of all, Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Sweet home, Mama.
Totally wrong song.
You know. So Homeboy's first spotted November 1966 by Scarberry family and the Millette family, or Malay, I can't. 1966, driving, see it, call the cops.
They were like
a thing.
Teenagers, right, running around.
Yeah, they were younger. At that time,
at make-out point.
Were they younger? I actually don't know I know their ages now.
Old as fuck.
I think they were young adults.
Okay.
You know, so they're out and about. They see this giant creature chasing after them, etc. The second sighting was the next day, which is by Marcella Bennett and Raymond Wamsley. Love these names. They described seeing the Mothman up close. Her account was detailed, and she described how the creature's eyes glowed even in the darkness. The Mothman's presence in her home caused her to drop her baby. You ever been so scared you drop your baby?
No.
Right?
Oh.
No. I love...
I've never been so scared I dropped anything.
I've been so scared I've thrown something. Like...
I've thrown punches.
I've thrown hands. Yeah. But I mean, she just dropped her whole baby. She was about to leave this baby.
As like, compared to half the baby?
I don't know what's worse, actually. The idea of dropping half the baby. I
dropped half of my baby.
The cop's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. What? Excuse me? But that prompted the police to start their investigation. They started dismissing a lot of the sightings as hoaxes. They thought it was a sandhill crane or a large owl. Local residents started, medium frenzy. They started going to the TNT plant, or the TNT area, sorry. It's not a plant. The TNT area to look for this thing themselves. They didn't find anything, etc., etc. So, crazy stuff. Mothman, nobody finds it. Nobody finds it. Nobody finds it more than these people. Everybody else just sees it like off in the distance, and they're like, "Oh, Mothman." Spooky.
So, do you think it's like the Jersey Devil, where how I think the Jersey Devil is total bullshit? Do you believe in Mothman?
I don't believe in the Mothman in the way that they do. I don't think that it's a harbinger of doom. I don't believe that it's this force of evil that like brings about destruction wherever it goes. I think it's just a large unidentified. It could be a cryptid. I don't think it's a sandhill crane, because I've seen a sandhill crane and it doesn't quite fit the description that these people.
And owls don't get that big.
An owl, they get big wingspans, but they don't get 10 feet tall.
No.
That would be fucking horrifying. A 10-foot tall owl. They're all leg, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like lift up their feathers. Yeah.
They're just sassy little things with them legs. But no, I don't know. It's hard because you got so many different accounts of people like being like, "Oh, the Mothman, I saw the Mothman." And this went on for, I think there's over 100 different accounts, not including what John Keel has documented as part of his investigation with Mary Hire. But it's crazy to think that all of a sudden it stops right after the Silver Bridge incident. So it's like, okay.
And then you get all the men in black running around asking
Then you
questions.
get Indrid Cold, and then you get all these things. Yep. So, I don't know. Do you think, like the Jersey Devil, that it's not real?
If it is real, I don't think it's...
Whoa.
What?
This has nothing to do with Israel.
Oh. Well, if it is real,
There we go. Okay. Free Palestine. Fuck you guys.
I don't think it's well, I don't think it's extraterrestrial. I kind of lean more into like it's extra dimensional.
Okay.
Like it slips into our dimension.
Interesting. Like
And
my
then
uncle slips into my
slips
bedroom.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Interdimensional. That's interesting. Okay.
It's a very popular theory on even aliens. There's a lot of cryptids.
There's quite a few theories. So a lot of people, interdimensional being, because again, Men in Black and everything like that. A lot of people think it's an alien that got stuck and landed here. Another set of people even believe that it's a Nazi experiment. Yep. I found that
People
one.
fucking believe anything, though.
We're over here discussing the Mothman. And if
I'm just saying, people will believe anything.
people will believe anything.
Like, if you give them... You don't even have to give them logic. I take that back.
No, yeah.
Like, boomers...
Oh my
They're
God.
tricked by fucking everything.
They're tricked by AI imaging, and it pisses me off to no avail.
Yeah.
It's so easy
Like
to tell AI.
the AI pictures of Trump carrying babies out of the fires in
Oh
LA.
my God. People are like, what a hero. So stupid.
It's bad, dude.
There's just like no critical thinking that exists anymore. I think that they have so much lead paint chips in them. Sorry, I forgot to turn my...
Yeah, mute your fucking phone.
My bad. Fuck. I'm going to get on it right now really quickly while we're on this fucking tangent. People who don't understand how the internet and how technology works shouldn't be making legislation about it. The TikTok ban is fucking stupid. It's dumb. It's ridiculous. The only countries that block apps and websites are fascist countries. It's insane that the free spread of information is being blocked and banned in this way. You are hurting small business owners. You are hurting people who contribute to the economy, all because you cannot control the free flow of information and monopolize it. And fucking go fuck yourselves if you don't understand how a fucking app works. So you're telling me that the app measures eye pupil dilation in order to scan your face? No, Mr. Congressman. It tracks your face to put sunglasses on with a filter, but we do not track your data. So you're telling me you are looking at my face? Not quite, Mr. Congressman. It needs to know where your face is so that the glasses on the filter can put him on your face correctly. So it is. All right. Thank you. The fuck are you on about? Holy shit balls. Okay. All right. I'm getting off my high horse now. Oh, God. I blacked out for a second. Where am I? What happened?
Where am I?
Oh, why are my pants down? Oh, boy. All this to bring us to the Silver Bridge. Oh, man. The Silver Bridge collapse. So the Silver Bridge, mind you, built in 1928. The Model T was still around in this time, which is wild to me.
I saw one just the other day.
Here in town?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe that.
Not a bridge, a Model T.
You fucking idiot. In 1928, this bridge is built. It's a bridge that links the
one piece of land to the other?
How'd you fucking know, dude?
I'm no architect.
I'm no architect, but let me tell you.
I've driven across a few bridges in my day.
It connects Point Pleasant to the neighboring town of Gallipolis.
Do you have it written down?
Yeah, Gallipolis.
Let me see it.
It's right at the top edge. Gallipolis?
Yeah. Gallipolis.
Gallipolis.
Sounds like a fucking STD.
I'm sorry, but you've got Gallipolis. Oh no. How do I get rid of it? Well, it's called the Silver Bridge because of a distinct aluminum paint that was used at that time, and it was an I-bar chain suspension bridge, which was very common at the time, but vulnerable to wear and tear over decades.
Fair.
Cue December 15th, 1967.
My dad was about 2 months old.
So he caused this. Which is wild because, much like these people, he also drowned. So
You're not wrong. He went to save a dog, though.
That's so dumb.
In a canal.
In a canal?
In a canal, yeah.
In a canal, man. Canals will get you, dude. So, December 15th, 1967, the collapse occurred around 5 p.m. There was a loud groaning sound that was heard.
Oh, groan.
Groan.
They're on the bridge. What the fuck?
Was that you, honey? No.
Every time I look up, I just see the titty painting.
You see the titty painting you have? It looks like a papaya. I thought it was a papaya at first.
No, belly button.
Well, I can tell now, but at first...
Titties.
I didn't see the titty. I just saw the papaya in the center, and I'm like, huh, okay. And then I saw a boobie, and I'm like, oh.
It's a nice boobie.
It's all right.
You've seen nicer boobies?
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's subjective, but yeah.
You're like, I'm TikTok famous. That's all I get.
That's
is
all I
tit
get.
pics.
I got so many messages, by the way, in our last video because I talked about showing butthole. So many people messaged me being like, where's the link? Where do I send you money for a butthole pic?
Wait, when did we talk about butthole?
Oh, God, I can't remember how long ago that was. That was like 2 episodes ago, maybe.
Oh, was I trash?
I can't remember.
I don't remember that.
But I was talking about showing butthole, and I was like, oh, I asked you something like, would you do it for $1 million? And you're like, would you? And I'm like, dude, I'd do it for free, or I'd do it for $20. And yeah, I got a lot of messages asking for butthole pics. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save these for a rainy day.
That's fair.
If I ever need money, real quick, be like, hey, you still want that butthole pic?
You want to see this chocolate starfish?
You want to see this southern border? you trying to cross my? You trying to cross my Rio Grande? Oh. About a minute after the groaning...
Yours is the Panama Canal.
Yeah, because it's small and tight. So after you... After the groaning of metal... no, groaning... came the sickening... I'm sorry, if I'm on a bridge and it starts moaning like that, I'm whipping it out.
You hit your brakes, it stops, you start driving.
Like, have you ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Like the doors that open?
Yeah.
So good. About a minute after the groaning of the steel structure, it collapsed and snapped as it started turning counterclockwise due to the
bridge is like
failure.
Ah!
Sorry.
Oh, fuck! And it breaks.
The thought that it's supposed to sound sexual, but it just sounds like it's taking a shit.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. It's so big. Hey, 46 fucking people died, you son of a bitch. All right? You sick fuck.
after the moan.
After the moment.
Oh, sorry, groan.
After the climax. 37 cars plunged into the cold depths of the Ohio River. People just watched in terror. I mean, people described it as something that was happening both in slow motion.
If it happened today, they would all had their phones out and recorded it.
Oh, 100%.
They'd have been like, help, help. They're like, oh my God, this is crazy.
This is wild. But to be fair, I also would have been like, hey, chat, what's up, guys? I'm currently stuck in my car. It's filling up with water. Just wanted you guys...
Want to give a shout out?
But it's tragic. It's sad that so many people lost their lives on their way to Christmas holidays to celebrate over in Gallipolis. Forgot the name for a second there. God, it's insane. But it turns out that prior to this, in the days leading up to the event, the Mothman had been seen hanging around the Silver Bridge itself.
No.
Which is why they attribute the Silver Bridge collapse to the Mothman.
Because he did it.
He did it. He's the one. He would go over there every night.
He's like, rah!
With a tool belt, and he would just slowly start unscrewing bolts.
The bridge.
Oh, tighter. Oh, Mothman, my bridgeussy.
My bridgeussy. My bridgeussy.
My bridgeussy. Oh, man. So they ended up doing an investigation, of course. And they discovered that there was a design flaw. No fucking shit. With the bridge. Apparently, a singular eye bar that was meant to hoist and keep the bridge in suspension was defective. Even though there was initial inspections and everything on the bridge and whatever, the defect was so small that it just happened to get...
I bet the defect was adequate. Okay?
It's 10 millimeters.
Yeah, I bet it was an adequate size.
Yeah, you know what? My bad. It was average at best.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to make him feel bad for that.
How do you know it's a he bridge?
Because only he's are inadequate.
Damn. We're going to have to unpackage that one a lot later. But the Mothman sightings, they fucking just
Abruptly.
stopped abruptly. People... But if you think about it, it makes sense. You know, like, there's this terrible catastrophe, and it's a small town. Like, everybody knew the people that passed away. Like, it wasn't one of those things where it's like, oh, I never knew them. Like, everybody knows everybody. All of a sudden, people didn't want to talk about Mothman and blame the bridge on it because you've got grieving family members. And you can't just be like, Mothman, am I right? Shouldn't have been traveling, dude. Sucks.
Just at the funeral. Mothman, right?
Mothman, right?
Who travels for Christmas?
There's just a giant Mothman in the corner. Rah! Give me my respects. Rah! I don't know why we made him sound like that.
I don't know either. Whatever. Oh, the light.
The light.
The light.
The light.
That was how the Mothman actually
That's how
sounded.
he acted. That's the way the only
He dry humps the bridge. The light.
The light.
The light.
God. Oh, man. So 37 cars, 46 people. They only recovered 44 bodies, by the way. 2 of them were never found.
How did they know they were even there?
Just based on the people that were again, small town, based on the people that were traveling.
Maybe they just decided to leave and they never came back.
I'm pretty sure they did decide to leave.
Because at that point in time,
Downriver.
it was the time to be alive. You can get away with murder. You could run away and start a new life, and no one would know any different.
I guess that's true.
What a time.
You know what's wild? Now that you mention that, because Social Security numbers weren't invented until like the 70s, I think? Or late 60s at least?
I can't remember.
Yeah, but you could just pick up and be like, fuck it, I'm over it.
You could literally just leave and change your name. People did it all the fucking time.
That's so crazy.
Right, Mom?
What?
Her real dad just left.
Oh, I thought Eileen wasn't Eileen. I was like...
No. Eileen is Eileen. But Hal wasn't always Hal.
That's crazy. What was he escaping from?
I think he just wanted to go plow.
Oh, he became a farmer. Got it.
No, he has a whole bunch of fucking kids, dude.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. My mom has a bunch of
So you got a whole bunch of
half siblings.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, on my 23andMe, I have 4 or 5 that I know of.
So you are Mexican by proxy.
Potentially.
Yeah, I love that for you.
I grew up on a reservation, though.
So you are Mexican by proxy. But, yeah, Mothman, crazy things with his disappearance and all that kind of stuff. So John Keel launches this whole investigation, by the way.
What's his background? Like
on Keel ufology. like
UFO stuff.
Yeah, so John Keel is like the investigative, the grandfather of paranormal investigations when it comes to like cryptids and UFOs. And he was actually working on
See, I know cults and murders and missing people.
Yeah.
I don't really know ufology and stuff like that.
So he was working on something prior to this, but this kind of became what he was known for, which I would imagine kind of pissed him off because like he's like, I've got all this other fucking research, but the Mothman's, I'm just known as the Mothman guy. Like, you know.
We should go to Point Pleasant.
Fun fact, they have a Mothman museum.
They have a statue. They have Mothman days.
They also have the Mothman TNT area tour where they take you on a shuttle and they drive you out there to where you can see them. So
they could, they have that ride called the Silver Bridge Collapse. It's at the local water park.
Oh no!
You sit in like a roller coaster car type thing, and then it just falls into the water.
Oh,
and you're like, ah! And you get splashed.
And then right before impact, you hear, is that the bridge? What was that?
Have you heard of moancore metal?
Yes, recently. It's very new.
I just started hearing about it, but the one was like this chick, and she's like screaming and singing, and then it goes for the breakdown, and she's like,
And it threw me off the first time I heard it. I was like, why does it fuck hard? So do you think Mothman was or if... Oh, because you don't believe in the Mothman, though. Well, you believe
I believe
as an interdimensional
it's something.
being. So do you think that he came as a warning or as a consequence of? Do you think he caused it, or do you think he was trying to be like,
I think
get the fuck away?
Yeah, I think he was trying to warn people. I think he shows up for bad omens.
He shows up
There's a whole rumor about him with 9/11 and stuff, too. Yeah, I know.
That's good.
When I was
Sorry.
I was looking up like missing 411 stuff, and then I somehow got into the rabbit hole of Sasquatch being responsible for 9/11, and then people were like, "Oh, Mothman was on top of one of the towers that morning." I'm like,
stopped it.
Shut the fuck up.
You should have stopped it. That's so funny. Fucking Mothman. You fucking knew. Piece of shit. Just thinking of Mothman. Just on one of the towers. Oh shit! I'm gonna go to this other one. Oh fuck!
Goddamn!
Oh, I'm gonna just chill in this building. Oh, 3 times? Are you fucking kidding me? 3 in one day? Oh man!
Almost 4.
Almost 4.
Yeah, if
those
the heroics of the passengers crashing into the field.
Man, they could have tried to land it.
Anything?
Something? Do a barrel roll. Fuck, make it cool.
Get on the radio, be like, "Hey, air traffic control, how do I slow this down?"
Yeah. Nobody there had played Ace Combat 4 at the time? You're telling me not a single person?
Flight Simulator was a thing.
Yeah, at that time, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I remember my dad had like the whole module. He had like all the controls and everything.
I can't remember. I think it was 98 or 99 when it came out. I can't remember. But yeah, Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator was the thing.
That's funny. But so John Keel starts working with Mary Hyre, which, by the way, Mary Hyre...
she's the news reporter.
She's the news reporter, and she claimed to have had multiple encounters with the Mothman.
And the Men in Black.
Yes.
Because they showed up to her office and requested that she stop writing about Mothman.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
What other creepy thing about Mary Hyre, actually? So John Keel's... this is before the collapse by a couple...
Some people...
By like a year.
Tend to marry lower...
I'm sorry. What?
Into society.
Oh, Mary Hyre. Got it. Took me a second there. Piece of shit. Fucking
Dumbass.
God, I hate you so much. So, so a year before the collapse, John Keel is doing his investigation. He's getting all the information that he can. He starts getting weird fucking phone calls. He starts getting phone calls that are just like beeps and noises and whirs and clicks.
Is your refrigerator running, John Keel?
He's like, oh, God damn it. He looks outside his window, refrigerator sprinting down the yard. Fuck! How'd you know? Hey, click. God, it's a microwave again. I know it.
Could you imagine?
God, I'd be pissed.
Your microwave, your fucking fridge is just sprinting down the street. What the fuck?
Oh, man. Starts getting weird calls. And then he starts getting calls from people that are just giving vague predictions of the future that they say that they got from aliens. One guy predicted like the RFK assassination. One guy predicted that came true like a decade later though, so that doesn't quite count.
Yeah, that was 78.
79. Way past. But one guy did claim that the Silver Bridge was going to collapse, and a year later it collapsed. Before that came true though, John Keel's talking to Mary, and Mary, unprompted, tells him that she had a weird dream where a bridge collapsed and there were cars floating in the water with Christmas presents surrounding, which is weird because later people...
Santa, no!
Santa, how could you? Because people that were traveling to for holidays, that's when the bridge collapse happened. So she might have had a premonition. She might have been the Mothman. Or was just fucking him. Either way, he spent a lot of time out in her yard, apparently.
Where's Scooby-Doo and the gang when we need him? They could have unmasked this guy.
Roro-Reggie. Like zoinks.
It's the Rothman.
It's Roro-Reggie. It's a Mothman.
I love how Shaggy and Scooby are just
stoners.
Yeah.
They're just fucking high all the time. So... But the story doesn't quite end there. Even though the Mothman wasn't seen again, this leads into the Men in Black, which leads into one Indrid Cold. Indrid Cold is this grinning man, or the smiling man, depending on who you talk to.
He's creepy.
People describe him as having a smile that was too big for his face. And this is kind of where the uncanny valley term doesn't originate from, but like draws from. It's weird how the human mind is able to detect just quite not human features when you look at someone or something that's trying to be human but doesn't quite look it, and it's just uncanny. It gives
Like
you
my
that,
dog when he walks on his back legs. You're like,
I beg
you're
your
not
finest
human.
pardon.
I'll be right back. I gotta take a pee.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
I missed you. I missed you so much. Indrid motherfucking Cold. So Indrid Cold was seen around the same time of the Mothman sightings, with his first sighting being back in November of 66. So right when he started the Mothman, this guy shows up as well. Now, he was known for allegedly speaking to you telepathically. Homie was just talking directly into your brain while smiling straight at you the whole time.
I want to experience that. What? You don't want to?
So I'm trying to talk to you in my head
Oh.
right now. What am I saying? Close. Said, want to fuck? You got the gist of it, though. He's associated with UFO sightings, and he's believed to be an extraterrestrial himself. Now, the first sighting was done by one Woodrow Derenberger.
What a name.
What a fucking name, dude. That is such a cool name.
If I had that kind of name, I'd open a burger place.
Woodrow Derenberger's Burgers.
Yep. I just call it Darren Burgers.
I'd call it Woody's Burgers.
Woody's Burgers.
It's so much easier. But Derenberger, he was a traveling salesman, and he was driving Interstate 77 when he saw a strange glowing craft. The craft hovered near him, and a tall man in a blue suit emerged, introducing himself telepathically as none other than Indrid Cold themselves.
That's a name that slaps too, though.
Indrid Cold?
Yeah.
Indrid Cold is like a wrestler's name to me.
Yeah, I could see it.
Like it just has that bravado to it.
Or a stripper. And on the main stage tonight we have Indrid Cold.
They got a little fog machine going.
It's just like squeaks down the pole between her ass cheeks.
Ooh, it's a chilly one tonight, folks.
You've never been to a strip club, have you?
I've not. Yeah.
You're not missing out. I'm just playing. I used to deliver pizzas to the strip club in Missoula all the time,
Yeah.
and they'd like flash me for tips.
That's a good tip. So, Indrid Cold claimed that he was from Lanulos.
Oh, Lanulos.
Lanulos.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm Mexican. Lanulos, it's phonetic. Lanulos. A peaceful planet in another part of the galaxy, and that he was on a peaceful mission to Earth. What do you think? Do you believe Indrid Cold
I believe in aliens.
So you believe that he could have shown up, that he was real?
If so, I think that he was not humanoid, but he probably
Tried very hard.
took over a human body of sorts in a way.
So you
Or
think
like
he, full on
this-
possessed?
Yeah, either like possessed the body, whatever you want to call it, or was in a suit that made him look human.
So he was wearing somebody to the prom?
Kinda.
Damn.
That's just how I would picture it, because I don't
Okay.
picture aliens being human.
Humanoid?
Well, humanoid, yes. Human-like?
Well, no, because aliens would have had to evolve to match their surroundings, to their evolution. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's that snail that feeds on the minerals near lava. It's got a shell made of iron.
That's cool.
Like, it evolved to withstand the heat. That's
Yeah.
why it does what it does. An alien on another planet would have evolved differently to its environment. So they might have had longer limbs to
I don't
climb
think
and shit.
they'd look like us.
No.
That's my thing. Like, the way that Greys are depicted, I think, or like maybe he was messing with Dernberger's brain telepathically to make him look,
Oh,
human?
like projecting an
Yeah.
image into his mind?
because maybe how he really looks is too frightening or startling for a human. So he's like, well, I'm just going to make myself look human.
So it's kind of like when angels would present themselves to people in the Bible. They're like, be not ye afraid, because these fuckers were terrifying.
Yeah, they're coming down from the fucking sky. Of
Yeah.
course it's terrifying.
Well, not just coming down from the sky. Like, have you read the physical descriptions of actual angels?
Maybe,
Like,
probably. I
Like,
just
one
can't
of them
remember.
is hundreds of feet tall, covered in eyes, And yeah, the actual biblical description of angels are fucking horrifying, which is
That's
why
startling.
they show up. Hey, chill. Don't be afraid. I know I don't look great, but I'm cool. Yeah, angels. I wanted to start a line of jewelry of biblically accurate angels, like chains and pendants and shit. Because you've always got like these cute little flowy ones with wings. It's like, nah, this fucker's like 6 rotating rings floating around like a sphere of flesh with eyes around it. They're horrifying.
Do you think that let's put religion in the back of our minds for right now?
Okay.
Do you think that humans saw like aliens were coming down and humans thought they were gods?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the human nature is to make sense of the unsensible, right? To make logic out of something illogical. So if you see some shit that your mind can't comprehend that is eons beyond what you think, these fuckers just showed up. They built the pyramids for me. Kind of like this Indrid Cold thing. Like this person or this entity might have been like, you know what? I'm gonna freak the fuck out of this guy if I show him what I am. 16 arms, 3 dicks, 5 legs. I'm just going to project a dude in his mind so that he doesn't, decide to drive off the off-ramp. Which is crazy to think, though, that, like, we might have met an alien and would have never known it if it can project an image into our mind.
Yeah, we just thought that there was, like, dude, that was a weird fucking
Dude, yeah, fuck that guy. That was weird. Like, you're driving down the middle of the road and you see that one guy talking to himself. Nah, that's just an alien being like, what the fuck, dude?
See, I believe in aliens, but I've never seen them. So it's
right
hard.
Here.
But shut the fuck up. But like ghosts, I've seen ghosts. I've seen plenty of ghosts.
Have you?
And orbs and stuff.
Okay.
So I believe in ghosts fully. But when it comes to like
the extraterrestrial,
yeah, or a lot of Ed and Lorraine's
fuck
shit.
That. We'll get into them later, but
I can't wait for that episode.
It's
I'm gonna
lot.
dog on them so fucking hard.
I've slowly been starting to build that out. There's so much information.
Yeah, the missing 411 stuff. There's a lot. There's over like I was telling you the other day,
300,
over 2,000 cases just in the last like 20 years.
That's crazy.
So I've been picking and choosing.
Yeah, because we can do them in chunks. But no, Ed and Lorraine lies. All of it are lies. But
there might be one or two of their cases that were like, okay, that's actually true. That actually happened. But like Amityville Horror, for instance, completely fucking faked.
Yep.
And it hurts my soul so bad because I believed in that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then when I found out it was faked, I'm like,
do you believe in?
Because the murders were real. The murders in the house.
The
were
history
real.
of the household itself is real.
That guy.
Everything afterwards is fake.
The guy straight up killed his whole family.
So I've been married. I get it.
He was one of the sons. He killed his parents and all of his siblings.
Yeah, I know what I said.
Jesus.
Indrid Cold, man. And Darren Berger wasn't the only one to have contact with him. Wasn't an isolated incident whatsoever. He communicated telepathically with a bunch of other people, and people described his voice as calming and reassuring.
That's how a lot of people describe aliens when they're abducted too.
Yeah.
They describe their voices as being calming and reassuring.
There's one movie, I can't remember what movie. I think it was Encounters of the Third Kind or whatever, or the Fifth Kind, where it's a scene with the dude being abducted, and it is just terrifying.
Which was he? Was it at a logging site?
I don't remember.
That'd be Fire in the Sky.
Where like you see the aliens and they like wrap them in like a weird goo and they like put a weird liquid on them. It's fucking. I'm telling you, it's a horrific scene. Like, it got me. Like they just did it very well. And the aliens do not look calm and reassuring. They look anything but. But Darren Berger also claimed that Cold would appear in his dreams, guiding him into otherworldly adventures, discussing his people's peaceful ways. So we think Indrid was an alien. We think Indrid was just out here trying to find peace with our folks. But do you think that was, because I don't have it offhand, like what our first contact was with aliens? Would have been Roswell, would have been all that kind of stuff. But I feel like if there was any...
Betty and Barney Hill, I think, was the very, very first.
And that was in the 40s? 50s?
I think it was in the 60s.
Okay. So this is around the time of.
Yeah. It all happened in the same time period within, like, the 15 years. But
yeah.
It just depends on what you believe in. If you believe in the conspiracies, and because I mean, there's some people that think the Earth is hollow.
Oh, hollow Earth theory. There's some people that think we never made it to the moon.
Do you? Do you think we made it to the moon? Yeah, I do too.
There's no fucking way we didn't. First of all,
dude, I zoomed in with my iPhone and I saw the footprints. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude, I saw the man on the moon. Like, he's
I saw
there,
the flag.
Dude. No, it's like it just doesn't make sense for 4,000 NASA employees that all worked on this to all collectively come together and lie about it.
What? Why do you think we never went back?
I just think that there was no...
Because now people are claiming, because we're supposed to be back to the moon by 2024. Yeah. We haven't gone back yet. But they're claiming we lost the technology to get there.
There's no way we lost the technology to get there. I just think that there's no justifiable reason to go to the moon. There's no mineral deposit there that we need. There's nothing there that we...
No, but it'd be a good launching spot because we wouldn't have to blast through the atmosphere. So it'd be a really good launching spot to get us to Mars or wherever else we wanted to go.
Assuming that we could terraform it or build on it, sure. But I mean...
I don't know. It'd be Mars that we'd terraform. You can't terraform the moon because there's no atmosphere. Right. There needs to be at least some remnants.
You're right. Not terraform, but infrastructure. Like building on it. I don't know enough about science. I don't know enough about anything. But in my mind, I'm like, if you add too much weight to it, does that affect its trajectory? No. And like the gravitational pull of it? Like, again, I don't know shit about science. So my worry would be if we start adding mass to the moon, does that affect anything else? And I'm not a scientist, so I don't know that.
Maybe that's why we never went back. They found out that the one dude on it made it spin just a little bit.
A little bit too fast. Like, ooh, yeesh. You know what terrifies me more than anything, though, about science?
What?
Or about space? Two things. One, an asteroid heading our way, and us having no way to prevent it, and it just wiping us out.
Fuck it.
And two, the idea that anything... If a star nearby decided to go supernova and just blink us all out of existence, we wouldn't even fucking realize it.
There's no star close enough to do that, though, unless it's ours.
I mean, listen, man, shit happens.
It does. It happens all the time, but I think it's so... Space is so big, the nearest star to us has no chance of ever touching
What about
us.
a black hole?
Those can form randomly, can't they?
Those can just fucking happen.
That'd be cool. We just blink out of existence.
We would be stuck.
We get sucked over to the Andromeda galaxy.
Imagine.
We end up with like 3 suns. We're like, what the fuck?
Oh, this is weird. Indrid Cold's like, so we've been waiting for you. Mothman's like, God, fuck, dude.
Sasquatch.
Tupac. Hey, y'all. Like
Michael Jackson's up there.
Elvis. Oh. Be like, all of you were aliens? Like, oh, no. We're just chill like that. It's like, oh, okay, my bad.
Nah, these the homies.
These the homies. Is that JFK? No, it's just JFK's brain in a jar. Did you know they lost his brain? Yeah, they lost his brain.
How do you...
So after they took him in for autopsy and everything and whatnot, and his brain was just gone. They misplaced it, quote unquote.
I thought you were running a joke on me, like, you got shot in the fucking head.
No. Like, I mean, he lost his head, but no, like his brain, what was left of it, like they lost it.
I've watched that video so many times. He like grabs his neck because the first round hit him in the neck.
Bends over.
And he leaned forward, and then the back of his head like explodes up, and he falls forward.
On Jackie.
And Jackie like dove back to the back to grab that piece of his head.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Shock, dude.
I get it. Weird things happen when you're in shock.
She's like, maybe if I just put it back the right way, I can fix him.
Ever since then, presidents have not been allowed to have convertibles.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no more open top caravans.
Man.
Ruined it.
Make America great again, am I right? So anyways, so the Mothman.
That's how you get us canceled.
That's how you get us canceled.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Just like the Dixie Chicks.
It's their words, not mine. But that's the Mothman, man. He disappeared after that. No more sightings. The Silver Bridge incident occurred. Indrid Cold shows up. Starts talking to people. Men in Black start becoming a thing. And I think that's
a fun story.
That's gonna be fun talking about them in the future. But I think that's this all just goes to show what the collective consciousness can do when we all come together. I think a lot of people decided to see the Mothman as an explanation for things that they just didn't want to talk about or explain. But after the Silver Bridge collapse, everybody's like, "Ugh, maybe we should."
So
maybe we should chill out.
On the topic of Men in Black, have you heard of the black-eyed kids or black-eyed children?
I grew up in an orphanage. Yeah.
No, I'm asking. It's a real thing.
No, I haven't. I've heard of the Black-Eyed Peas.
So there's a lot of stories.
Oh, right out.
But so like this wife and her husband, it was late at night. They get a knock on the door, and it's these two kids, and they have their head down, and they're like, "Hey, can we use your phone? I need to call my mom." And they're like, "Yeah, okay. Like, where'd you come from?" Because they were living out in the middle of nowhere.
Fuck that. Anybody.
So they let them in, and they were like, "Do you want drink or anything?" And they were like sitting on the couch, and the wife said something, and the kid looked up, and she noticed that the eyes were completely black. And she like grabbed her husband's knee.
Like got punched black?
No,
or
like
hollow.
Eyes, pure black. The eye was black. So she like grabbed her husband's knee, and she's like, "Yeah, we'll go get you guys something to drink." And they kept asking to use the phone. She's in the kitchen. She's like, "Gonna get you some fucking lead." She's showing up a lot. They kept asking to use their phone, and they're in the kitchen, and she's like scared shitless, and she's like, "Did you see their eyes?" And the husband's like, "Yeah, that's why I haven't been talking." And then they came back with their drinks, and they put them down, and the kids just stood up and stared at them straight ahead, and they're like, "Our parents are here now. We can leave." And they like walked out the door, and there was like a black sedan pulled up, and two individuals in black suits were standing there, and they just got into the car and left. They like waved, and the people in the suits just stared at them, and then got in the car and drove off.
Are you telling me these people met the Backstreet Boys before they got popular?
Shut the fuck up.
They were a boy band. That's why. How many kids were they?
Just two. They're always in twos, and they always ask to use the phone.
Let me tell you, the quickness with which I would have hit them with an uppercut.
There's another story of like this woman. She was home alone, and
I've seen that movie.
They like knock. There's a knock on the door, and she like peeps through her peephole, and it's these kids, and she saw she didn't see their eyes because they were looking down, and the dog was freaking the fuck out at the door. And then she reached to grab the handle, and the dog started like cowering and ran off crying. And so she like let go, and she's like, "What the hell?" And she's being super quiet. And then they're like, "I know you're there. I just need to use your phone." And she's like, she started backing away from the door, and they kept talking to her, like insisting her, like, "Let me in. I'm not gonna hurt you. Just let me in."
What would you do?
No, I don't fucking know what I'd do. I don't know.
I hate thinking about these scenarios. Like, that's why I hate the Ring doorbell. I hate the idea of, because it's got that fisheye, and just the idea of somebody staring into that when I like go to look at it.
My Ring doorbell, it beeps at me when I come home from work in the morning, and I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch!" Like up in the camera.
That's horrifying, though.
Yeah,
I don't know what I would do. Part of me is like, okay, maybe this is a test. If I'm nice to them, maybe they'll be chill. And then there's part of me that's like,
I would think about letting them in, but once they started insisting, like, "I'm not gonna hurt you, just open the door."
Bullshit.
Like,
that's what I wasn't even thinking about that until you said it, motherfucker.
Open the door and put a gun in their face.
Yeah. Just hand them a 9. Yeah, that's my phone. Put it to your ear. Do it.
Pull the trigger.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Yeah, the tables have turned. You thought I was locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me, bitch. Turn the lights off. Just scurry away.
Dude, yeah. There's stories of like the
okay,
power
Google,
going
activate
out.
the Roomba. Is that a Roomba?
Oh, Black Betty, bam, lamb.
Is that a Roomba with a claymore on top of it? Let's fucking do this. Whoa, Black Betty.
It's the first song that came, like, first fight song I could think that
I was thinking Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
2 Roombas with knives duct taped to them.
That's why I have a cannon loaded with grape shot just aiming at the front door. Just in case there's ever black-eyed children.
Oh, man.
You want to come in? Boom! Take out the whole front of my house and the fucking neighbors.
The neighbors' Subaru just fucking pelted.
Brian texts me, "Was that you?"
He just texts you, missed. Say what?
You missed. They're still standing there. But yeah, when I get back, we can do the missing 411.
I'd love to do some missing 411 stuff.
Those stories are creepy.
Also, we'll Jesus, we're gonna miss it, but next episode is technically our birthday would have already passed.
Our birthday is a week from today, next Monday.
Yeah, but this one, this one's coming out next, isn't it?
This one's coming out in 2 days, and then
Jersey Devil's coming out
Jersey Devil
afterwards.
comes out next week.
So next week, during the Jersey Devil one, we fucked up, and I didn't realize what order we were doing these in. It'll have been our birthday, and I'm not going to get to tell you this in person, so happy birthday, bud.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. I'll be 30 next Monday.
I'll be 32. Not 32, 32.
32.
Yeah.
Not 30 as well.
Yeah, not 32, but 32. 32.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay. It's like the cannot again.
You're like the only person I know that was born in 1993.
Which is so weird to me. And it was a good year.
Was
Power
it?
Rangers came out. Eddie Morphin, Power Rangers, my guy. R.I.P.
I didn't really watch Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah. I told you. I watched Cops.
Watch Cops, Judge Judy, and Maury.
I wish I watched Maury.
Oh, man. Well, thank you.
Old clips like that make me fucking laugh.
I like the clips. I hate watching the whole show. Like, just give me the highlight. Thanks for hanging out again with us, folks, and for dealing with our bullshit. But, yeah, a bunch of fun stuff planned for the rest of this year.
Our bullshit. It's theirs, too, now.
It's, you know what? Yeah, you're part of this. Part of the ship, part of the crew. We are getting ready to launch, like I said, merch, more content, a bunch of fun stuff.
We're not launching on... What are we launching on? Not Patreon.
No, we're gonna have our own member service website where it'll work very much like Patreon.
What's it called?
It's Fourth Wall.
Oh, okay.
But they just call them members.
Just so people know.
Yeah. So we're gonna be working through Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall is also gonna be where we're gonna be holding our merch shop. It's just easier. It's cheaper for us. While giving you guys really good quality prints and everything. That's who I use for Latinos Against Spooky shit.
So we can... Through Fourth Wall, we can release new bonus episodes, right?
We can upload video. We can upload just audio. We can upload pictures. We can do just text posts. We can schedule them out to release every so often. We can manually do it. The different tiers.
I still don't know if I want to be on video.
You don't have a fucking choice.
Do I have to show my butthole?
I will tell you what.
For bonus content?
Let me take a picture of your butthole. And then I will Photoshop it onto your face for all the videos going forward. So it'll just be your butthole face.
The butthole's just
the butthole mouth
that
moves.
Wah, wah, wah.
You're gonna have to do video.
I'm sure I'll man up and do it.
You'll get to it. You know.
It took a lot just to me get on the mic.
And
I'm way comfortable now.
You're great with it.
Before
you're halfway there. Like a video is just talking on the mic.
Sit like this, so I can't see the camera.
You wouldn't even see it. What if I told you the phone was set up right now recording?
I wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't have known, exactly. I'm gonna have to do that to you next. Imagine you look right at it. I'd be horrified. But you guys are gonna get a bunch of extra content, and the reason why we're doing it with Fourth Wall instead of separately, Fourth Wall lets us attach the perks of the different tiers directly to our shop. So, like, if we offer a discount to certain tier members, it'll apply directly to you as soon as you sign in.
What tier levels are we doing? We're doing 5, 10...
5, 10, and I believe 15 to start.
Yeah, I know $5 was the base.
5 is base.
10 was stickers and base.
Yeah.
And something else.
I can't remember.
And then I think 15 gets their own... Oh, it's the... 10 was the... Discord.
Yes, yeah, no,
so
that's right.
Discord stickers and bonus episodes.
Yeah.
And then 15 was everything plus you get to join a Zoom call and watch us record an episode.
A live episode where you can interact with us during the recording.
Yeah.
Where you can ask us questions in real time or just interact with us.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And then another thing that we were going to do, and this might be for the higher tier, was we're going to do a movie night with the community once a month, where we would all get either in Discord or a Zoom link.
Oh yeah, do the Discord watch parties.
Yeah. Where we would just watch a movie with everybody that evening, and give our bullshit.
I'm down.
So,
down.
bunch of fun stuff coming. We're still working out the details, so don't hold us to it exactly, but that's kind of the rough idea so far. So, coming soon. Hold on tight. Hang out. And again, thank you for the support, because as of right now, almost 8,000 downloads in a little over 2 months.
We had just hit 6,000 like last week. I fucking
Yeah.
swear, and it just spiked.
It was
went
crazy. So thank you guys for the love, support. It's one step towards us being able to do this full time, to continue bringing you great content, and to be able to do other content. Like I said, my ideal
One step closer to global domination.
I would love to get to the point where we can start going and recording in haunted locations and
That'd be fun.
like seeing these places in real life.
Yeah,
So
that'd be cool.
yeah, hopefully the summer's full of travel for us if all things go well in the next couple months. But we couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you, appreciate you, and yeah, that's all I got for you.
Yeah, stay spooky and keep an eye out for new episodes, merch, all that good stuff.
Buttholes.
Balls.
All right, go fuck yourselves.
Bye.